So in order to understand the IP default network along with EIGRP, we have this topology. What we are expecting is we want R2 to inject a default route so that R1 and R4 can use the default route to reach those networks that are in the internet cloud. 3.3.3.3 and 33.33.33. We are not going to run any routing protocol on R3. We just got a default route for the return traffic. So as usual, we are going to use a notepad to make things faster. I'll start from router 3's configuration.
Yeah.
And the interface names are like this: F 190, which is a class B address, but it is subnetted to /24. That's how usually in the real world they will have like /30 or /26, 24. So I'm trying to match the real world scenario now and write to memory. Okay, as I said, I also want to have a default route, IP route, any network, any subnet mask, send the traffic to 190.23.23.0. 23.23.2, not 0, 2,
Yeah.
which is router 2's address. And write to memory. I'm going to put this on router 3. Now there is something wrong. Not IP router, IP route. Okay. So that was a mistake. I put R here. Anyway, I'm removing. I fixed it. Now let us go verify what we have configured. Show IP interface brief. I should see 2 loopbacks. Right. I also need to have F00 with an IP address and the interface up. Perfect. So we are not
Default
going.
route also can we see in R3?
Yeah, we can verify.
Yeah.
Show IP route. I could. The
Default
reason
route.
why I am not seeing is the line protocol is not up. You see. 190. Uh-oh, I put 192 by mistake. That's why. Sorry, the line protocol is up, but the problem is on the interface F00, I have put wrong IP address. It is not 192, it is 190. It will override the old one if I put 190 here. Okay, now you will see the static route. It is good that you verified it, show IP route. You see the static default route has come. Fine. Even though the other router is not up, the line protocol is up here because it's a simulated environment. Okay, next is let us go to router 1 configuration. On router 1, I'm going to have 100.100.1, and here I'm going to have 10.12.12.1, and then that's it. All right, as we discussed, we are going to enable EIGRP. Router EIGRP 100. Network is 1.0.0.0. Network is 10.0.0.0. And then no auto summary. I'm going to put this on router 1. Okay. Likewise on router 4, I'm going to say 4, 4, 4, 4. And this is going to be 42, 4. And this is going to be 4. Here the loopback is not mandatory. I'm just having some network which is not really needed. Okay. Now I would like to verify. Okay. Looks good. To verify, you can type show IP EIGRP interface. You can see those two interfaces running EIGRP, but no neighbor because router 2 is still not ready. Now on router 2, I don't want to have any loopback, so I'll cut this off and I'll say here F1/0, and this will be .2. And the other two interfaces, F00, which will have 12. Okay, well, see, when I say EIGRP 10, it is going to run on both interface that begins with 10. You accept this?
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
Is that a global one, router EIGRP configuration?
of course.
Or like per interface?
No,
Yeah,
no,
okay.
it's global.
Global,
And then
okay.
interface F1/1, no chat, IP space address 190.23.23.2.
Yeah.
Right, that's it. So we are not running EIGRP on 190 as of now. We are running only on 10 as of now, I say. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going to paste this. Out of route. As soon as I paste it, you will see two EIGRP neighbor coming up. See, one with router 4, another one with router
2. Sorry, router 1.
1. You
Router
see
1.
the last number, .1,
Yeah.
.4. Now, if you try pinging from here, 1.1.1.1, you will be able to ping. If you ping 4444, you will ping. Show IP route EIGRP because you got the routes via EIGRP. So which means router 1 and 4, router 1 and router 4 is listening to this.
Yeah.
What is next? Next is I'm going to define a network as IP default network, which is the public network 190.23.0.0. This is class B. So I should have only 2 octets.
Yeah.
And there is no 19/16 in the routing table. See, if the root is not in the routing table, EIGRP cannot use it. For that, I'll write a route saying IP route, this network, 255.255.0.0. The packet should be sent to 23.3.
3.
Only then this route will come into the routing table. Now, this route I'm going to go under EIGRP 100 and advertise this default route. Got it?
Yeah.
Now, if you see show IP route, you will see here this network is defined as default.
Default. Okay.
Here it is yes, because locally we have this network statically written.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm.
on the other routers, if you go and see show IP route, you will see, okay, why you are not seeing the summarization problem. Okay, so I
Mm-hmm.
need to say router EIGRP 100 auto summary. Now you will see the default. Come on. See, you got the
Okay.
default stuff.
Mm.
Wait a minute, let me remove the summarization here.
So D stands for default, right? Not
No,
dual.
no, no. D is dual, star is default.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so we still have a default route.
Mm-hmm.
Now on a,
Even if we remove auto summary, right?
see, auto summary should be enabled only on R2, where the default route is.
R2. Okay.
Now, show IP route here. You can see here the default, D means dual, star means
Mm.
default. What is
Okay.
default network? Tell me. What is the real meaning of default network?
Default network means if I have in a pursuit of the router, if I have a packet to forward with route which I don't know,
Very good.
so I can
So,
forward that
do
packet
you
to
know 3.3.3.3 in this routing table? Do you have it?
no.
But you see, when I ping 3.3.3.3, wait. Maybe I made some mistake on router 3. Let me check show IP route. I have a static route saying,
D is not there.
no, router 3 is not running EIGRP. Router 3 is not running
Okay. Okay.
EIGRP.
Yeah. Route 3 is the cloud one. Okay.
Okay, I'm expecting this to use the default route. Let me say auto summary. Now let me try ping 4.4.4.4. Sorry, 3.3.3.3. Why it is like this? Ping 3.3.3.3. I'm expecting this packet to go to R2. Let's go and check in R2. Debug IP ICMP packets. I'm just checking whether any ICMP packet is coming. Debug IP packets. If any packet
And
goes, okay, I can see. Let me try again. On R2, I'm checking whether any packet goes to 3333. No. Unfortunately, there is no packet going. Let me go to R3 and check. Do,
from okay.
or I'll ping from here 1.1.1.1. I'm able to ping. Good. 4.4.4.4. I'm able to ping, which means router 4 is responding.
Mm-hmm.
No, let me, no. It's not responding. Router 1 is not responding to this. Router 1 is not
But if we give a ping 4444, it is responding, right?
It is pinging, it is responding, but why it is not pinging from 333? If it is a default route for any network, it should use. Okay, I'll go to router 4 and say debug IP ICMP and try pinging from R1. Let me check whether I am receiving any, sorry, debug IP. R3, I'm checking whether any packet is coming from R1. There is no packet coming. Okay, I understand that default route is still not working proper. Show IP route. Yeah, this is the problem. If it is not work, if it should be saying like this gateway of the last result is, it should not say not set. It should say this particular address. I'm surprised why it is not showing. Maybe I'll change some subnet. I'll make here 192. I'm going to change on R2 and R1. Interface F0/0 Moshe at IP address 192.168.12.1 and router EIGRP 100 network. Likewise on R2, interface F. Shutdown and no shutdown. Router EIGRP 100 network. Sorry. Okay, now what I'm expecting is we need to see, okay, it should not say like this. It should not say like this. What about R2? Show IP route. You see, it should show like this. It should show us like this. Let me try doing. Oh, I'm not getting any default route now. R1, R4. Okay. No, it should be auto summary. This need to be set. On R2, do we have that? Once again, let me check. In R2, we have it because we configured it here. But on, let me try to give this command, IP default network, and see whether I'm able to see that on the top. Yeah, now it is coming. Okay, just we need to add that command on R1 and R4 also.
Default network.
Yeah. But EIGRP is dictating it, but it is not taking. See,
Mm,
it's maybe some version problem. When EIGRP gives automatically in the routing table, it
mm,
should show. When it gives like this, it
mm,
should show
yeah.
on the top like this, but it was not showing.
Mm.
Now let me try pinging 3.3.
Trace route, can we try,
See,
sir?
it pings now.
Trace route. Okay.
No, it pings now.
Yeah.
It pings.
Mhm.
Believe me, it will work.
Yeah,
It will
I just
work.
want
I'll
to see the
trace and
trace
show
route.
you. You
It's
see,
very
it
interesting.
pings.
Going through different paths.
That's all. Go to router 2 and go
Yes,
to
yes.
router 3. Finished. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
So if ping can
Yeah,
happen,
very good. Yeah.
definitely trace route can happen. Even in R4,
Mm-hmm.
ping and trace route use the same protocol. You know what is
ICMP.
that? ICMP. What is the protocol ping
ICMP.
uses? ICMP. What is the protocol trace route uses? ICMP. Both ping and trace route uses ICMP. So are you confident with
Yeah.
this topic now?
Uh,
See, one thing is in R1 and R4, I was putting this default network command, which is not truly needed in some
yeah.
most of the iOS. Most of the iOS you do only on router 2.
Sir,
It, automatically
yes, yes. So in
this line
summary,
will come.
in route to perspective, it has a default route and it want to distribute towards R1 and R4. So
No, in router 2 we have defined a network as
okay.
default network, and we want EIGRP to inform everyone inside the autonomous system like router 1 and to router 4
Mm-hmm.
that that is the default network. We checked it, it
Yeah.
was informing. We saw star.
So only
We
one
saw
default
star.
network we can configure in route 2 or multiple? Only one.
Yeah, default means only one.
Only one.
Default means what?
Mm-hmm.
Only one. How can it be two? All right. So this 190.23, which is ISP's network, is given as default, but here we were not getting that on this top, like gateway
Mm-hmm.
of last resort.
Mm-hmm.
It was saying not set. So I manually gave that command IP default network,
Mm-hmm.
this one,
Yeah.
and I was able to reach. You see, even though we don't have route, if you say show IP route 1.1.1.1, it says I'm going to use
Mm-hmm.
the default. See, I'm going to use this. Okay, this I'm going to use this, which means sorry, not 1.1.1. Show IP
Mm-hmm.
route 3.3. There is
Yeah.
no route. See, no route. But I'm able to
Mm-hmm.
ping because I got a default route. Okay, so that's the end of this first topic.
Mm-hmm.
Second is summarization. EIGRP supports two types of summarization. One is the
Mm-hmm.
auto summarization, which is global. Another one is manual summarization, which
Per
is
interface. Mm.
interface level. Yeah, per interface level. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to include this one also in EIGRP now. I'll remove this default route.
Yeah.
Got it? And I'm going to have, instead of this, I'm going to have 172.16.1.1/32, 172.16.2.2/32, 172.16.3.3/32. So I'm going to just take three networks. So I'm going to change the symbol to router. It's
Mm-hmm.
no more internet cloud. That symbol doesn't matter. I'm just making it. clear. When you see the video, you should not get confused. This is another topic. We are doing EIGRP summarization, manual summarization at any point, which means we can do summarization on the interface, and you can also do summarization on the global method, which is auto summary. All right, so that's what we are planning to see here. Yeah. Okay. So on R3, as we know, there is no EIGRP on R3. And I'm going to say interface loopback 0 IP address is 172.16.1.1.
2.2, sir. Mistake happened. 2.2.
Okay. Now router EIGRP 100 network is 172.16. Let's say this is auto summary. Globally, I said do summarization. Okay, let's go to router EIGRP, and I'll remove those default network command and all. I'll also remove the static route. Show run section IP route. This is one route I gave. I'm removing it. And then show run section IP default network. Okay, I'm removing this one as well. Now, I'll say router EIGRP 100 network is 190.23.0.0. On R3 also we have to do network 190.23.0.0. So we got neighbor. Let me go to router 2 and check the routing table. Show IP route. Now you can see 172.16 is summarized.
Yeah.
You see, it is summarized. And what about on R1? If you check R1, show IP route. Even here you got 172.16 summarized. Wait, I want to remove this default network command. Also on R4. So R4, if you check the routing table, show IP route, you got that 172 network summarized. Why is this still D star? Show IP route. This one I have to remove. I think it is still not removed. Show IP route. Sorry, show run. This is the default route which we wrote earlier on the internet router. It was acting like an internet router for us. Okay, so what we are having here, show IP, sorry, go to router 1, show IP route, it's still D star. Anyway, that's not our focus. Focus on 172.16. Is it summarized? Yes, it is. On R4 also,
Mm-hmm. Summarize means
it
we
is
are getting that
summarized.
slash 16, which is
What about,
32.
yeah, we are not getting this 32. 1.1, 2.2, 3.3. And what about router 2?
Yeah.
Even here it is summarized, isn't it? Okay, now, if I go to router 3, pay attention carefully, router EIGRP 100, I'm saying no auto
Mm-hmm.
summary. I'm canceling the summarization.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then what I'll get in R2? Detailed routes. Let's go and check that.
Mm-hmm.
You see, detailed routes
Correct. Mm.
with slash 32,
Sir,
isn't it?
summary routes next
Detailed route.
interface will be null zero, right? So
Where
that could be.
you are always
Mm-hmm.
confusing yourself. Listen carefully, listen carefully, listen carefully. It is a late
Mm-hmm.
question. You should have asked late before. You see, auto
Yeah.
summary. Now only you will have summary route, isn't it? Now on
Mm-hmm.
this router, when you check
Okay.
the
Okay.
routing
Got it.
table, you will see null
Mm-hmm. Got it.
zero. Not on any other router. On other router, if you go now,
Summary
earlier
route.
you were having detailed
Mm-hmm.
route,
Yes.
but you got now summary route pointing towards router 3, going out via F1 slash. Now on router 3, I'm going to remove the summarization by
Mm-hmm.
saying what? No auto summary. Globally, I'm canceling that summarization. On R2 now, I'm getting detailed routes.
Mm-hmm.
Not only in R2, let's check in R1.
Mm-hmm.
On R1 also, I'm getting detailed route.
Yeah.
But in R2, we did not cancel summarization.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever in routing table, it has to advertise. So it is advertising.
Mm-hmm.
And in R4 also, you will get detailed
Yeah.
route now. You understood? But I
Mm-hmm.
don't like R4 getting this detailed route.
So
I'm
yeah.
okay R1 getting detailed
Manually we
route,
can configure. Yeah.
but I am not
Mm.
correct. Manually, we are going to go to the interface that connects to R4
Manual summary.
and configure manual summarization. So
Router
which
2
interface
interface
should I go
F1
on? Which router I
0.
should go? Very correct. You see, on router 2, as you said, right now, do we have any? Okay, I want to show you before I configure that. Do you have any
No.
null zero for 172.16 right now?
No. No.
Do you have any null zero anywhere? No. But when I configure interface F1/0 IP summary address for EIGRP 100, how do you want to summarize? I want to
Mm-hmm.
summarize like
Summarize it 255.
172.16.0.0. What is the
0.6.
mask you want to give? 255.255.
Mm-hmm.
Now if you see in the local routing table, you
Mm-hmm.
will have a null zero
Mm-hmm.
as well as the detailed routes,
Yeah.
because the detailed route should go to R1, isn't
Yes.
it?
Yes.
In R1, it should not be summary route. You see, still it is detailed.
Mm-hmm.
In R1, it is still detailed route. But in R4,
Mm-hmm.
it is only a
Yeah.
summary route.
Yes. Mm.
You understood? Auto
Per
summarization, which
interface.
is global,
Mm-hmm.
and manual summarization, which is interface level.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in the older EIGRP version, auto
Mm-hmm.
summarization was enabled by default. So usually if you see the older configuration, everyone will configure no auto summary,
Mm-hmm.
no auto summary on the EIGRP configuration. But in
Mm-hmm.
new version of operating system, see anything after 12.4, right now we are running 15, you see, show version. I'm running
Mm-hmm.
version 15, okay?
Mm-hmm.
12.4 and earlier version,
Okay.
EIGRP used to summarize by default. But now show IP protocol, it is
Mm-hmm.
auto summarization. I enabled manually in
Mm-hmm.
R4, okay? You will see disabled by default. For example, I'll take a new router and show you. I'm going to take a new router and I'm going to show you
Mm-hmm.
that auto summarization there, it should be enabled or disabled.
Ah,
No, don't say oh. The answer in the
you
newer
said disabled.
version, auto summarization is enabled or disabled. Disabled. I want to show you that.
Mm-hmm.
Router EIGRP 100.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you see. Is it a new router?
No.
Show IP interface brief. Do you have any configuration?
Mm-hmm.
No. Right? Show IP route. Do we have any route? Nothing. Show IP protocol.
Mm-hmm.
You see. Auto summarization is
Mm-hmm.
disabled in their newer versions. What is the administrative distance
Mm-hmm.
of EIGRP?
Yes.
90. Yes or no?
Uh,
For RIP?
it depends, right, on the hop count.
Why are you saying like this?
Ah,
Administrative
yes, yes,
distance is
correct.
120
120.
for RIP.
90.
For EIGRP? Now what is this 170? If you take OSPF or RIP route and redistribute into EIGRP,
Mm-hmm.
those routes will be 170. See, they are not internal to EIGRP. They are coming from
Mm-hmm.
OSPF or RIP or BGP, some other external. So those routes which is taken from other protocol and given to EIGRP, administrative distance will be 170. Those
Yeah,
routes are called as
external route.
redistributed routes, external routes. We'll be learning redistribution later separately. There's a separate chapter called redistribution. After learning all routing protocol, we'll learn redistribution.